Welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm Mukuka, and I want to talk to you about staying connected. In fact, this subject was introduced in our previous video, and we were talking about some of the things that we need to do to stay connected in a marriage relationship. And we looked at some of the things like time, what you do to invest in your relationship. You invest time, you invest your emotions, you invest your heart in a relationship for it to stay alive, for your spark to stay aflame. And then one of the things that we talked of is going back to the beginning. And today we want to talk more on that because we want to keep the relationship going smoothly and always on fire. It has to stay hot for a relationship to be meaningful, to be enjoyable, and for everybody in a relationship to be satisfied. And for you to keep your relationship on fire, you have to make a conscious decision. You have to be intentional about it. You decide that we are going to make our relationship a hot one. We are going to make a relationship attractive, not only to yourselves, but to the people around you. And some of the things that we need to do that in order to keep the fire burning are some of those things that we are going to look at. But the question is, why do you want to keep the fire burning in your relationship? One of the major reasons why you need to keep your fire burning is because if you don't, then your relationship may have a crack or it might break. And you, of course, you can work on mending it, but remember that when something is mended, it's not as strong as something that has never been mended. It remains fragile in the areas where you did the mending. So we don't want to get to that point of mending relationships. We want to stay at the point where we are just keeping our relationship alive and everybody is happy about it, and we are all working together as one in order to keep this aflame. When we talk of going back to the beginning, I want to first take a few moments to talk to the man. As a man, if you are going back to the beginning in your relationship, what that means is you start looking at your wife the way you were looking at her from the beginning. That means that you will focus on the thing that attracted you to your wife, your now wife. Maybe the way she smiles, the way she walks, maybe the way she is built led you to her, and you chose her away from everybody else. There were so many women out there, but you chose her. Now, the very thing that attracted you to your wife, that infatuation that you had for your wife, go back to that and keep it alive. Don't let that die. Work on it. Be attracted to your wife and focus on the thing that attracts you to your wife. Try also to do some of the things that you used to do for her before you got married. What were you doing in order to win her heart? What things were you doing? Obviously, some of the things could be you were buying presents for her. Don't stop that. Maybe you were taking her out. Don't stop that. Work on such things. That is the thing that made her say yes to you. Why not keep that yes flowing? You need to stay on the yes side of your relationship. Try to date your wife, Date your wife. When you started dating your now wife, you were doing things to impress her. Why should you stop impressing your wife? Take her out on a date. Have several dates. Let her feel loved. Surprise her from time to time. And please, man, don't surprise your wife with bad things. Surprise her with good things. Let her be surprised that indeed you are a man, a romantic man, a man that she fell in love with, so that she can continue falling in love with the same man who happens to be you. And to you ladies, men are mostly attracted to the looks of a woman. That's the initial attraction that a man has towards a woman. It's the looks. What does that mean? If you want to keep your marriage relationship alive, maintain your looks, update your looks. Do not be floppy. Look as attractive as you possibly can to your husband. Consider your husband as your boyfriend, because that's what he is anyway. If you keep it in the back of your head that your husband is your boyfriend, you'll be doing everything possible to keep him attracted to you. It happens in most cases that when a lady has a child, they tend to be, to go down on their upkeep. But try to maintain the looks, update your looks, so to speak. In fact, you ladies are so blessed. You even have what you call makeup. Try to use that as much as it keeps your husband attracted to you. Not for other people, only for your husband. Then the other thing that will help you as a lady to impress your husband and to make him keep that fire burning is for you to appreciate your husband. Never ever compare your husband with or to another man. Appreciate the man. A man cannot survive without the appreciation of his wife or his woman. So if you appreciate him, he'll feel special. And guess who will be making him feel special? It will be you. And as a result, he is going to reciprocate that, and he will make you feel special. Make him a king. If you make your husband a king, guess what? You become the queen. And the kings and the queens will live happily together. Now, both of you need to remember to be expressing your love to each other. Before you got married, you were sending text messages, WhatsApp, Facebook messages, all sorts of messages, calls and all those things, sending love notes to each other. No, nothing stops you from doing that. You shouldn't stop that. Send a love message to your husband. Send a love message to your wife. Leave a love note on the table, on that table that he likes, or put it in between his laptop, so that when he opens it, he's surprised with this nice love message from you, a love note. If you do that to each other, you are going to keep your marriage relationship on fire, and everybody will be looking at you and they would want to be like you. When you are away, show that you miss your wife, show that you miss your husband. Call often. You can never call enough your husband. You just have to call him. You just have to call her. Show them that you miss them. You need them. You miss their presence. You miss their embrace. You miss their hugs. All those things. Admire your spouse. Talking of admiring your spouse, I am reminded of the words of wisdom from the book of Proverbs, chapter 5, where the writer said, "Rejoice in the wife of your youth. Let her beauty intoxicate you. Let her beauty captivate you," other versions put it. But I love the version which says, "Let her beauty intoxicate you." Let her beauty, your wife's beauty, drive you crazy. Let that beauty of your wife drive you bananas, make you, lose focus over everything else. If you admire only your wife, she is going to feel that she is loved and admired, and you are going to be a happy couple. It's not difficult to stay happy as long as you intentionally decide to stay happy and to make your spouse happy. So rejoice in your wife of your youth. Do not rejoice in other women. Find joy in your own wife, your wife of your youth, and let her beauty captivate you. Be attracted to your wife. Feel those butterfly feelings in your stomach when you look at your wife. She is beautiful. That's why she's married. You married her. You got attracted to her because she is beautiful. Look at her beauty. Let it intoxicate you so much that when you look at other women, you feel like they are just human beings, who just exist, created by God. But when you look at your wife, You say, here comes the flesh of my flesh, the bone of my bones. I'm now complete with this woman. Please, try by all means to keep your love life on fire. How do you do that? Respect your husband. Love your husband. Keep your looks updated. As a man, show appreciation for your wife. Love her deeply. And together, you should be falling in love often. Keep falling in love with each other. May God bless you. And look out for the next video. And if you like our videos, please hit the like button. And you can subscribe so that you'll be notified when we upload videos. Thank you very much.